Episode 2 of All Stars 5 all wrapped up. Uh, Challenge wise, this one fell a little flat for me. I don't know about how everyone else is feeling, but that song that our queens had to make a verse along to was so flat. Like every queen sounded the same. Like you really had to put in a lot of effort just to sound even remotely different. And, if you did that as a queen, you run the risk of just sounding terrible, not just different. So this was a very weird one. And like, I really felt like this one just came down to a little bit lyrically. And, like India's the only one who really got negative critique for her lyrics, and it came down to the dancing and the show you put on. So it just didn't quite play out how I was expecting it. Like, every season there's usually a challenge along these lines. Create a verse for some song, play it out, sing it out, and I've never experienced a song that was just that flat. And I don't know what it was about the song, but it was just like, I'm in love with Henry Cavill. He's my Superman, and it's time for the next person. Let's go. And that's it. The big shocker in the song was who the reveal was that they were in love with. Like, that was it. That was the entire payoff. Everything after that was just build up for the next person. You just didn't get into it lyrically. Like the big shocking moment of the whole song was Blair St. Clair saying Hannibal Lecter. Like, that is the shocking moment. Overall, I still felt that Blair and Shea Coulee were the two strongest, and glad to see both of them at the top. I think that was both deserving. Last week I had very differing opinions than our judges, but this week not so much. I do believe that Shea and Blair were the top two, and I would have been happy seeing either of them as our winner. In the end, Shea Coulee is the winner for the week, and I really thought that she was going to keep Ongina. I really thought that she was going to keep her, and I was a little disappointed. I wanted to see more Ongina. Always have that mentality, like, you have to root for the underdog at least a little bit. And this season, it's really felt like Ongina's been that underdog. We hear her talk about how long she's been trying to get back on the show. Comes from season 1, and 11 years later gets on All Stars, has 2 bad challenges, and that's it. Will we ever see her again? Who knows? We don't know. Your best chance is to probably see her at a live show. I was kind of hoping India was going to get sent home. More for personal reasons. I just thought it would be hilarious that, India went out of her way this week to take another dig at Derek Barry through her lyrics to mix in a little Britney line there. And I think it would have been some pretty sweet justice to watch her immediately get sent packing. Who else was in our bottom? Maria, Paris Balenciaga, Mariah, not Maria, Mariah. And, this was just one of the performances that was lost in a mix of all the other performances. And she could have been safe, could have been bottom, could have stuck in for the last spot at the top. Like, there just really wasn't that much difference from third to last. It was, India had the lyrical flub, and that's how narrow the margin for error was here. Like, it's that one mistake, that's the bottom. And that's not because, everyone was so elevated. Everyone performed so well. That's how flat that song was. All those performances lyrically were just flat. And it's a little disappointing. Had some high hopes. You see all the teams working together and everybody doing their choreography and everything, worried about all the songs and the lyrics and the singing. and the singing really just didn't matter that much in the end. Um, our lip sync assassin, Alyssa Edwards. This felt like a pretty significant step down from having Evie Oddly last year. You know, Alyssa Edwards, super famous drag queen. When she was originally on RuPaul's Drag Race, I remember her as a huge personality, someone who you wanted to see those sound bites. You wanted to see those Alyssa Edwards sound bites, but not mind-blowingly talented. That was not her specialty. Her specialty was doing that, like, and whatever else she goes on about, and all her catchphrases and everything. Like, you wanted to see Alyssa Edwards. You wanted to see everything about her. But lip sync assassin, no. Let's go back to the Evie Oddlys of the drag race world, because Evie Oddly absolutely slayed it last week, and this week's lip sync assassin absolutely got slayed. That was a clear win by Shea Coulee, and 20 grand straight to her bank account. So I think that about wraps up our week. Thought we had a nice little guest panel this week. Melissa Beer, I've totally butchered her name, Madison Beer, Tessa Thompson, and that's going to be it for me. I'll see you all again next week for another episode of Drag Race All-Stars, and I look forward to it. So until then, we'll see you later.